VA life over the last couple of years has turned out to be one of the biggest damn scams I've ever seen in my life. Half of America couldn't afford a $1,000 emergency right now, let alone a $9,000 burial. Newsflash, the VA does not cover funerals. Just over the last 3 days, my team has been able to save $10,000 for veterans. It's a simple, small gap in communication. My team talks to hundreds of veterans weekly, and we hear the horror stories. Everybody hates insurance until their house burns down or until they rear-end a family of 4. Then the person's like, I hope they took out life insurance. Vietnam-era veteran is passing away right now. 70s. We don't want to deal with corny sales pitches, closing lines, and reading off scripts and bronze, silver, and gold packages. Tell me the damn information. Let me make a choice with my family. This is one product where if someone is lying on an application, guess who's not getting a check? The woman that you've been married to for the last 40 years, or the husband, children. Life insurance is a giant cash injection while you're mourning your loved ones, and you're going to have a bill of 5, 6, 8, 10 grand dropped on your kitchen table because they passed away. We don't think about this stuff until it's too late. The nightmares my team and I fix on a daily basis. Over the last few years, social media has become a breeding ground. Veteran leads are all over the place. How many people have just said, I got life insurance, I'm good? Did you know that 1 out of 100 term policies actually turns into a death claim? Term is never issued if the carrier thinks you're gonna die. That is what the law of large numbers is. We're all trying to hold on to our dollar right now. We're all trying to make sure that we're not wasting money. And if anyone in this country should never overpay for anything, at the top of that list would be our vets. On 1/1/23, the VA launched a program called VA Life. Now, I knew in the beginning of 2022, and that's when we started to get in front of vets, the guys that are out here calling themselves insurance experts. First off, they probably think Agent Orange is a Netflix special. They have no idea what burn pit emphysema is. They have no idea how it affects insurance plans. They're throw it against the wall, see if it sticks. I hope it lands in my bank account. When VA Life came out, all of these people started a feeding frenzy. There's 3 types of underwriting in the world of insurance. There's no underwriting, which is called guaranteed acceptance, guaranteed plans. Hey, everybody's approved. It doesn't matter how sick you are, pre-existing conditions, you're always approved. Then there's simplified issue, which is proper coverage, probably the best coverage out right now. And underwriter is in between you, the client, and the carrier, looking and trying to match you up with the best carrier for rate coverage based off of your health and other factors. Then there's fully underwritten. These are the full-blown physicals, blood work, urine samples. The more underwriting a company does, the more sure they are that they're not paying a death claim. If you and I owned an insurance company and somebody approached us for a $500,000 policy, are we trying to cut that check? Hell no. Well, we want to charge X amount of dollars a month for this $500,000 policy. Let's check their lifestyle. Let's check their health. Let's check their credit. Let's check their driving record. Let's put that up to every other person at the same age and same situation, and if 99 out of 100 of them are going to live 38 years, we'll be fine offering a 30-year term policy. Now, you pay into a policy for 30 years and outlive it. You get $0 back if it's cheap enough, 20, 30, 40 bucks. But if it's like a couple $100 a month, $300 a month to pay for 30 years to get nothing out of it, I'm gonna advise against. I'd rather have half the amount of permanent coverage than a huge term policy. People are like, you should get this policy, you should get that policy. The veteran who gets shot in the neck in Afghanistan and has a mini stroke right after can't get term because on a term application it says, has Mr. So-and-so ever been treated or diagnosed for any of the following? Heart attack, stroke, cancer, Now, the scumbag says no and prays you slip through the cracks. We're going to tell you the truth, even if you hang up on us. VA Life, guaranteed acceptance, no underwriting. If you're a veteran and you have a service-connected disability rating, even if it is 0%, you're eligible for VA Life. VA Life is the VA's version of a final expense life insurance plan. The competitors to VA Life are Colonial Penn, AARP, Gerber, again, the $9.95 moron that we see on TV all the time. These are all companies that offer coverage where you don't have to speak to anybody. You can fill out the little flyer and get your policy. You put yourself into a 2-year waiting period, or you put yourself into a term that increases in price every 5 years and drops you at the age of 80. Is your family worth a 5-minute call to talk about this? As in, if you're a 100% disabled vet and you get a chunk of money every month, if you die and next month they don't get that chunk of money, would you want life insurance to kick in for them? At least to give them a shot, breathing room, 6, 8, 10 months or more, obviously. If you like what you hear so far, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, help us grow. All of these hundreds and hundreds of reviews, we've got video testimonials. This is what helps veterans. Veterans believe veterans. I can talk to you all day long. I'm just a big, bald-headed guy who has 4 sons, just had a daughter, and loves helping veterans. Now I'm really gonna blow your mind. Since VA Life's inception, there's been about 50,000 veterans that have purchased VA Life. If I talk to 10 vets, I will find 9 out of 10 of those veterans, day one, immediate coverage. VA Life is guaranteed acceptance. It comes with a 2-year gap of no coverage. The VA is pulling payments from your disability check every single month, and you don't have coverage for 24 freaking months. What if your policy is $150 a month? You're paying that into the policy. What if your policy is $60 a month? Times that by 24 months. Not only are you throwing money down the drain, but your family is also vulnerable for 2 years. If you die, they're getting the premiums back. I've had a veteran purchase coverage on November 1st and die December 7th. Thankfully, his crazy freaking wife, who was screaming at him because he said the worst thing you could ever say out loud, I'm talking to the insurance guy. I politely but impolitely out loud said, ma'am, can you just please sit and listen to what I'm telling him right now? 2-year waiting period, return of premiums. VA Life is a whole life plan. Whole life coverage is smaller. Term life is larger. Why is term life larger? Because 1 out of 100 pay out. So they're okay with putting out large coverage numbers. Whole life, they're smaller because they know that they're cutting a check. 100 out of 100 whole life policies are paying out because they're permanent. Let me ask you a quick question. Would you rather have a policy for $250,000 with a 1% chance of going to your family, or a policy that's $25,000 with a 100% chance? Obviously, we all want to leave the most amount of money to our family members. Everything is so friggin' expensive. VA Life has 50,000 veterans paying premiums, and I could go get 45,000 of them day one coverage. That means that there's 50,000 veterans paying money to the VA, and they're not getting coverage. The VA, if they die, they're not paying 10, 20, 30, 40 grand because the policy is either 10, 20, 30, or 40 grand. Let's take the average monthly premium of $80 a month. If 50,000 veterans have to pay $80 a month for 2 years, that is what the VA has received over the last 2 years. Veterans, when they go to buy life insurance, should have the offer to say, hey, go talk to these guys. There has been so many veterans that have told us, you guys should be who the VA has come talk to. This is why we bust our butts. I'm up 15 hours a day working my butt off to protect veterans' wallets and their family members because I have a freaking duty to, because they served our country. All these other companies with all these gimmicky $9.95, everybody's approved. I can only warn you guys, without a licensed professional, you're in the wrong plan. It doesn't change the fact that it's important to get it right. No one wants to go buy life insurance because it's not for them. Stop and think of your family. That's who it's for. VA Life. Service-connected disability rating. Pay premiums for 2 years. Coverage starts year 3. And then there's the rates. Talking about insurance sucks. Protecting your loved ones is amazing. Hate the process. Love the product. We're not even getting into the younger guys or girls who have PTSD, who look at USAA and Navy Mutual, who are like, we got your back, guys. We're good to go. You come see us, we'll get you a policy. Veterans deserve a different standard. Veterans deserve a whole lot of proper guidance. You shouldn't have to educate yourself on everything. Who the hell wants to read about life insurance? For the Vietnam vet, the simple man who doesn't want to take any BS and he doesn't want the runaround and he definitely doesn't want to wait 2 years for coverage, shouldn't have to wait 2 years for coverage. We've got to have skilled underwriting ability to navigate the insurance market for veterans. This is what we do. We are the best at it. I could care less if people buy insurance off of us. I just want you to know what's right and what's wrong. If you guys are going to keep shopping for coverage, have someone navigate it with you. You don't go change your head gasket by yourself because it's not going to end well, is it? Go to a licensed mechanic. You don't perform surgery on yourself because it ain't going to end well. You go to a doctor who's licensed, certified, an expert. I want to go get a quote. Get quote. Now my phone rings 5,000 times a day. All these are baiting you to sell your info. If you see an ad on social media or anywhere else, and it says a dollar amount and a coverage, how the heck is that thing accurate? They've never talked to you. They have no idea your age, smoker, non-smoker, fat, skinny. They have no clue, but they're gonna bait you in and cover $250,000 in coverage for $10 a month. We're gonna put out a $250,000 liability and only take in $10 a month. It's not just insurance. It's peace of mind for your wife's daughters, sons, grandkids. Pay attention. If you have a policy and you want us to check it, we will check it. If you have taken out a policy in the last 2 years and you need someone to check it out to make sure you're not in a 2-year wait, it will literally take us 2 minutes. So hit the messages. I'll put my cell phone numbers there. My email is there. Put in your policy information in the email. I will send you an email back telling you if it's good or if it isn't, okay? I will stay up all night doing that for you. I hope my inbox is flooded because I want to help as many vets as possible. My company, we protect veterans and timeless protection. The millions and millions and millions of dollars that the VA is taking in from our veterans, and we're cutting jobs at the VA, and we're getting rid of doctors, and we're getting rid of people who help social workers, clerks. Thank you guys for stopping by. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the follow. We appreciate you. Let's go save some vets some money. Spread the word. Check out our website, weprotectveterans.com. We've got a bunch of testimonials and videos on there. Guys, have a blessed day. Thank you so much for your service.